Hello everyone, my name is Feed Alligators and welcome back to another video. Today, we will be setting up the MP7 to make it the best gun in the game. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it is the best gun in the game. In my opinion, it is the best because it has very fast aim down sight speeds, even without any attachments. It's good for rushing and trying to get out campers. It's pretty good for long ranges if you can fight the recoil, and overall, it's just fun to use. So, first for this gun, we will put on the compensator, which helps for recoil control with only some slight slowdown in the aim down sight speed, which really doesn't matter that much when it has a super fast aim down sight speed, and the other attachments on this gun help that. Next, of course, we have the FSS Recon, which if you use this gun, I'm pretty sure you have on because the other barrels just can't compete with this thing because this has recoil control with damage and range, which the other barrel that you unlock first for this gun only has damage and range, but no recoil control, which is a big thing if you want to hit people from far away. Next, of course, we have the Merc foregrip, which helps recoil and hip fire accuracy, which is a big thing if you're just, sliding to try to get a camper or something like that, because it's really helpful to have some good hip fire accuracy when you're just spraying and praying, walking into a building. And it only has a slight slowdown to aim down sight speed, which, of course, like I mentioned before, the stock and the rear grip will help with this class. Speaking of other attachments, we have stippled grip tape, which helps, of course, aim down sight speeds, and sprint to fire speeds, which is very good if you're trying to get to someone who's trying to run away or who's camping in a corner, so you have to get to them really fast before they set up claymores or anything. And last, but certainly not least, we have the FSS close quarter stock, which helps a ton for aim down sight speeds, but unlike having no stock, it still has recoil control, like the stock, I guess. So it just helps a lot for making this class perfect and adding some polishing to it. And I know a lot of people will probably say to put on sleight of hand or a sight, which I personally do not use because I use this as a rushing gun, so I don't really need a sight. And perk, I could see the pros of having sleight of hand, but I also can't really remove any of this because it all helps in its own little way, so it makes the gun perfect without compromising anything. And some people like to put on the tack laser, which not really a fan of. As much as it helps aim down sight speeds, you already have stippled grip tape and the stock for that, so it's not really necessary. I know this class setup video is more about the MP7, but if you really want a full class, I recommend using the M19 with the XRKL Super Barrel, which helps a lot for damage range and bullet velocity, which I know is a big thing on this gun because it's the weakest pistol. The tack laser for aim down sight speeds, the lightweight trigger, of course, for fire rate, stippled grip tape, and sleight of hand. I put on sleight of hand instead of a big magazine because sleight of hand is really good if you're just if you fired like 3 shots and you just want to reload just to have the safety of knowing you have a full clip, which I do a lot personally. Now, in terms of perks, I have EOD for the first one, which you're going to run into a lot of claymores if you're trying to kill a camper. And this helps because if you slide through one, it won't kill you. So with the stem on this class, you can heal yourself and you'll be all good to kill the camper. Next, we have Hardline, which makes your kill streaks 1 less kill. I like this perk more than Ghost, and I know people will take Ghost over it, but there's a big difference between getting 3 and 4 kills for a UAV, because 3, pretty reasonable amount, but 4, it just always seems like a hassle to try to get a UAV instead of having 3 kills for it. And Spotter, because you're going to need to see, of course, claymores if you want to destroy them with, say, a grenade or something like that. And, of course, kill streaks for taking down other things, such as a trophy system. And, of course, for your lethal, you're going to want a frag grenade. It all depends on personal preference. I like this because you can cook it up and then throw it right at someone without having any time for a reaction, which I think makes it the best. The next thing you're going to want is stem, and that is really, really good for, of course, rushing, because if you get hit by a claymore, you can heal yourself. If you're getting shot by someone who's mounting in a corner, you can heal yourself and rush back there, and this just helps a lot for this class.